1, 2, hey. Sure.
Take 3, that looks good. Coming to you. Ready 3, and take 2. On 2. 2, you're on.
Jackass!
Hello, once again from Roanoke, where it's dark. Hey, where is everybody? Well, we might be under another tornado watching tonight, right? Yeah, we're always in prime location for severe weather here in the north of Texas, so hopefully some more action on that front. Welcome back to another show. It's episode 13, season 1. Good, my friend. How are you, Mr. Scott Davis?
Really, episode 13?
Yes, lucky 13, as I think that's right. Anyway, actually 13 is a lucky number in my family.
Okay.
Yeah, it's always been a go-to. Scott, how you doing, man? What's new in your world?
I'm hanging in there.
Rocking some antibiotics tonight. So,
Rocking some antibiotics.
Tonight I present Sober Scott for the first time in public history. Hold on, I'm getting a little bit of easy listening on a back channel. Jordan?
Yes?
How are you, my friend?
I'm doing swell.
Swell. Are you ready to talk about changing production costs tonight?
Yes, I am.
Does
Really?
that excite your production pants?
Gives me like a production orgasm.
Oh, dear. That will definitely increase your costs.
Wow.
Like I said, that's our main topic tonight on another fine episode of the Show Tech Show, brought to you exclusively by the Lone Star Webcast Network. Tonight we'll be talking about how production pricing and costs and all the elements that go into live production and broadcast production and every kind of production we can throw a dart at have changed over the eras. And as well, we'll be looking around the industry's job board this week, our recurring segment where we try to just tap into some of the job networks and headhunter firms out there and show you what might be available in your neck of the woods. And as well, we'll also be looking at industry news and technology news, just kind of keeping you up to date with the latest. So this is your one-stop shopping for show tech, show, and related errata.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. No, errata, not erotic.
Well, we don't have our drop machine yet. So.
We do have a drop machine. Well, we don't have ours. We've got our insane TD, apparently. That's all we need. So,
boy.
Without further ado, let's kick this bad mamma jamma off and go into our news segment that we like to call Next.
Next!
Well, speaking of severe weather, let's start it off talking to Jordan about, he wanted to give us is he doing the happy dance because it worked?
Yes.
Awesome.
I think this is the first show where we haven't heard oops.
Yeah.
In
Stand
the
by. Storm chasing, Jordan. Talk to us about the latest technology that is rolling on the streets in this world of professional news gathering and storm chasers.
Storm.
Yeah,
chasing.
so as you know, there's probably numerous people out there that are basically storm chasing. They start out, with the National Weather Service. They can move up doing their own independent stuff. But
whoa.
yes,
Did you say
yes.
moving up from the National Weather Service to freelance?
National Weather Service is so outdated. It's just like old
I don't
school.
think they actually pay anybody to go out and storm chase, though. I think they just manage the satellites and Doppler radar.
Yeah, they do. But
then, universities go out and do their thing,
no, so there's
meteorology
yeah.
interns.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But
I just thought that was funny.
it's like people that are moving up from going from.
Stupid federal contract. You really want the big money. It's freelance stuff. Tell me
I
more.
guess so.
Sorry.
I don't know. I'm confused.
Shut up, Richard.
What now? Again?
Please
Just
continue.
drink your beer.
Go ahead. Interrupt them again.
So they're basically chasing. They start out working with these companies, and then they go on the independent stuff. And usually, the news media catches all their stuff, all the footage of these storms from these storm chasers, these independent storm chasers.
Yeah.
But now it seems that the news media is starting to get their own trucks and their own things to go actually get all these people.
The news media is purchasing expensive news
look at this.
gathering electronics.
Look at this truck right here by
NBC
local
5. This is our
NBC 5
local,
DFW, Dallas Fort Worth.
National Broadcast Company affiliate.
So here's some little specs about this thing. It's called the Texas Thunder Truck.
You've been
I could say the
Thunder Truck.
the
And if
Thunder.
it's driving behind you, turn around.
That actually happened to my
Absolutely.
wife once. Okay, quick Richard
Thunder-
sidebar, because this is how I make the show last 2 hours. Many years ago, my wife Sheena was driving around in the hail, and that exact thing happened to her. Like she was just trying to plod along, and it was getting dark, and it was starting to get raining and everything, and this like storm spotter truck just went flying by her like on the median or whatever, and she like looks behind her and there's like she basically got wiped out by hail. It was awful. And I was on the phone with her. It's like, oh my God, hold on. Yeah, it sounded like she was getting shot by a machine gun. But
Me.
so a couple
I
insurance
say-
claims later, it's all back to normal. But
If
yeah.
I say if you ever saw this beast right here, I'm putting on record.
Oh,
Here, see
yes.
this?
Yeah.
Run.
If that's there's actually a couple
Run.
variants out there like that.
Yeah,
now.
there's numerous ones like that, but
The tornado intercept vehicle, I think, was
Yeah.
the original one that was popularized.
those are
Yeah,
pretty
that
cool
one was
vehicles.
tip 2 though.
Yeah,
Tip
and there's
two.
some other ones now.
Tip-
There's like a Dominator or something. They all
Yeah.
have her. But it's basically just a little
Of which
steel
states
can.
wanted to ban TIF 2 because of the spikes, because they were shoving the spikes
Sure,
through the
yeah.
asphalt.
Just plug
And
into
to
your road.
damaging
real
the
fast.
ground.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, you know that thing's not street legal to begin with. I mean,
Hell
there's no
no.
way. It's
Imagine like a
18
cop
ton.
pulling it over and it's like, "Roo, roo, roo, license and registration, please.
Yeah, just back.
I would like to see that." It's like, and like, where's your registration sticker and all this other insurance? Did this pass insurance?
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
gosh.
Well, that,
Um,
that TIF 2
just
is
go, look
built
out,
on,
tornado!
built on a Freightliner armored truck chassis. It's quite hilarious.
I think that's what, yeah.
TIF 2 was. TIF 1 was built on a.
Yeah, that picture
think
I had,
it
I
was
think
a
it's TIF
Dodge.
Yeah, I think it was like an Explorer or something.
Yeah.
Or yeah, it was a Dodge. It was pretty dodgy.
Hit my ride.
So these so the news station. I mean, I guess for a while there, the big thing was news stingers. This was like a microwave van, but crammed down into a pickup or an SUV
Yeah.
chassis.
Yeah.
And I think the name for those in the industry was a Stinger, just a really quick pop-up remote broadcast truck. And now they're using internet protocol and satellite technology and mobile data connections to cram all that stuff even to smaller packages, and I guess make it cheaper and more weather survivable, and do things like this, like we were looking at with the what was it, the Thunder truck?
Thunder truck.
Thunder truck.
Thunder from down under.
The Thunder from down under.
Show in Las Vegas.
So
So
That's actually pretty cool
you
though,
have to
because
drive it
it's.
shirtless.
I
with
mean,
the-
what apparatus is that? Does it have mini Doppler on it?
So yes, I'll talk about some of the specs right we have here. So it has an industry first onboard radar system that gives viewers a local view of the exact conditions at the live truck.
That's cool.
It has a VisaSat K band surface that has been mated to 2 of the DJI VSATs to provide the first dual path KA cell bonded vehicle that's ever in existence. right
Really?
now.
That's
Yes.
interesting.
KA band?
KA.
Ooh.
I don't know why they would do that. Like, I'm still trying to wrap my head around why would you would want two
Satellite and cell
two-
bonded. I think it's just
Yeah,
fancy.
but is
backup.
it like? It sounds like they've got the dual satellite uplinks.
Dual path KA and cell bonded
Yeah.
vehicle in existence?
So I mean, then the idea there being you're just maximizing any available bandwidth you have to be able to do things like live video streaming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Which is big
talking and communicating back with base and,
And maybe
stuff like
if
that.
one satellite's having reflectivity issues because of the rain, it fails over to the second satellite, and
Well,
it just
it-
does it seamlessly with the bonded
They're,
connection.
they're probably doing video on one, audio on the other. So that
Maybe, yeah.
all of your
splitting the,
all of your
signal.
talk back and stuff will be on one satellite on its own, so that you don't lose picture.
Yeah, or or maybe that would be handy actually. If you did lose picture or you lose sound, you theoretically never lose both simultaneously, so it's less
Yeah.
disrupting to your viewer.
Yeah, that's what
I
I'm
like
thinking.
that.
It
It's a cool
is
concept. Cool thing.
redundancy.
Some other things it has in it, and let's go back here, is
God, that's
it
gorgeous.
supports a
Yeah.
2 gigahertz microwave, has a 35-foot mast, ultrasonic weather gear, mobile threat net software, and wireless POV cameras in every direction that you can imagine on that truck.
Yeah.
Also, a 5 kilowatt Vectron inverted power system.
And $5,000
and
worth of graphics on the outside.
$5,000 that you can basically ability to generate 5 kilowatts of power, not 1 gigawatt of power, to
1.21 gigawatts.
1.21 gigawatts to go into the past.
So it doesn't even
At
time
power at
travel.
any
What a
speed,
lame
I
piece
know.
of garbage.
Let's go back and catch this tornado that we had missed on video. 1.1 gigawatts.
That's cool. I mean, all the connectivity thing, that's kind of cool. I really like the idea of having the local Doppler radar on board. I think that
Oh, yeah.
has real utility
Yeah.
instead of having to. I mean, I think that's one of the big things with storm chasers. If you're walking around with your laptop and you're trying to pull down,
Internet.
federal data off
yeah.
a thing, I mean, it's slow.
Have
and
your
you're
own
getting,
independent
like,
radar
out-of-date
system.
stuff. If you're getting a real live picture, I mean, you know,
It's
And plus,
that
you can share
from-
that with other storm
from
chasers.
the truck, from the truck, because
Yeah.
you're not depending on 5 or 6 different. I think there's one location in Fort Worth that does radar
Mhm.
here. I think there's 2, maybe 1, but it's South Fort Worth area.
Well, National Weather Service has a Doppler radar just south of 820, not too
Yeah.
far from 35.
I think
all
that's
all the local stations
yeah,
have like
that's the one that I
local-
use on my cell phone is the National Weather Service radar.
Yeah,
But I know that some of the local stations have their own. I think there's one that's
Some of the local
Goes in
stations
Irving.
have there's a Doppler over at Dallas Fort Worth Airport
Yep.
who I don't know owns it.
I think
but
the airport owns that.
it could be.
or one of
I don't
those-
ever see. I mean, well,
For all you people that don't live in Texas or Dallas Fort Worth.
Yeah, what are you doing? Lane, get out here. This is where the action's at. Obviously, the whole place is about to blow away.
only a bunch of nerds would know what a Doppler tower looks like, anyways.
Look at Doppler tower.
It has
Look
also
at that Doppler tower. What?
It's like a big golf ball.
What's that?
has 3 HD point of view cameras
Wireless.
that
which
that can
run a darn wire, you lazy bastard. It's in front.
that can transmit dual HD streams while driving on or off road.
Man, I want to show you guys. what
Follow
I'm
the
looking
truck
at.
at Texas Thunder Truck.
Marshall, the guys who make a lot of LCD screens, they have a
Yes.
$9,000 like tactical pan tilt zoom camera for external applications. It's only $9,000, but man, that thing looks awesome. It's like high def HD SDI. It's got these 2 big infrared cannons on the side of it for nighttime shooting, and it's got like a 20x optical zoom. And the whole thing's like in this hardened housing that you can put on top of your tank and drive into war and get beautiful, stunning broadcast-ready video.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to put together a tower cam here because we are situated in Roanoke, Texas, which is far north Fort Worth. We've got a great view out to the west for all those incoming weather patterns, and sunsets are great out here. We're within spitting distance of Alliance Airport, local regional airport that does air shows.
Why don't
a
you
lot of
tap into
military-
theirs?
tap into their no, I want to film their airspace.
Tap,
And then,
tap into their
We got
Doppler.
Texas Motor Speedway just up the way, so I think if I
Mhm.
got the angle just right, I could see the big screen and watch remotely. No, probably not. But
Well,
so what else? So
I
this is a growing trend. We're seeing lots of storm spotting.
yeah, and they posted that like a week ago. They posted another picture of another TV truck in Oklahoma when those tornadoes were up in Oklahoma.
oh yeah,
For some reason, Channel 5 decided, hey, let's take our TV truck up to Oklahoma since we have K satellite, so we can communicate anywhere across the United States. Back into Dallas Fort Worth and reported the storms.
well, storm
so-
chasing is kind of like a niche
Anyway.
thing. People watch the Discovery Channel stuff, but here in Tornado Alley, it really is a big business /
Yeah.
pastime / hobby.
I honestly think I would love to spend a season storm chasing.
you
Just
should
like
do that. You should totally.
2 or 3 months, just like go on a professional storm chasing team. I wouldn't want to do it myself because I probably
Professionals kind of.
I probably
Yeah.
would
liberal, but
I probably would just I don't know, just some like independent people that know what they're doing instead of me just on
instead
my
of you just going,
so on
yeah,
my
highly
cell phone, like-
recommended not to
like,
do it
I am
amateurishly.
driving into this direction here. I think I need to go this way. This
Yeah.
way. Oh crap! There it is, right
Well,
there.
the first thing I did was I went out and shortly after I got certified as a ham radio operator, I started doing. They have storm spotter classes all over the area, and typically they're hosted by the National Weather Service, and also the local TV stations will throw in. So like all your meteorologists will be out there, and it's awesome when you go to these things because they'll rent out like a community center or whatever, and spend the whole day talking about cloud patterns and things to look for in weather patterns and stuff. Good stuff if you are going to go into storm chasing. But it's also the parking lot is filled with these intercept vehicles and people who have mobile ham radio rigs and everything. You get to see all sorts of things from like little satellite trucks to people's tricked out SUVs with lights all over them and everything that they've got.
Now, did you say yes, sir?
I think he said, yeah, sure.
What I said literally was yes, sure, sir.
So, with that,
Nexting yourself.
Next!
Bold. So Scott, tell us about what's going on in the lights. Nothing this week.
Nothing.
Kind of.
Nothing. Nobody's come out with anything new.
Yeah. Well.
We just had PLSN's conference, and these conferences are the rollouts are once a week for 4 weeks before
Yeah, they try to
before
extend
the
that press
conference
time as
happens.
much as possible.
So we're kind of in this lull right now where there's nothing new coming out. We'll see things start ramping up again probably middle of summer.
Okay.
I think the only thing that we've noticed this year is a lot of these lighting companies, when High End System came out with their DL1 and DL2s, they were going to video. Now a lot of these lighting companies are steering away from it. Going more LED, they're letting the video wall companies take over and do the video projection.
Yeah. Well, as LED walls are getting cheaper, projection's kind of going out of vogue.
Yeah.
Except laser projectors are starting to finally come into season, and that's cool to me.
And that's something in a couple of weeks.
LED projection.
I think I'm gonna bring a few of the models that we're using in theater.
Okay.
Because the laser projectors are actually saving theaters a crap load of money.
Oh yeah, the power consumption is nothing. The bulb time is virtually
the
unlimited.
lumen output is
Mhm.
is incredible, and when you're dealing with fighting with an 8,000 or 9,000 watt light, lumen watt or lumen light, you need 10, 13,000 lumens in a projector to compete with that. So I think that's going to be the next big thing. And we'll look at that in a couple of weeks. But
yeah, I was just busting your chops. I knew there was nothing going on.
We got
but
nothing
I like
going
to I like to have you chime in every once in a while.
I got nothing to say except for go Manchester City.
Well, that means I am going to subject you to video news, even more so than our storm chasing semi-video stuff. That wasn't bad. But news this week that cable companies are starting to roll out 4K cable boxes for the home consumer. Comcast was first up. We had an article in The Verge kind of covering their plans to roll out ultra-high definition for the home consumer. And this is starting to change things now for all those 4K TVs that are flooding the market. If you want to go out and pursue or have access to this sort of content, it's becoming more available.
You know why they call them 4K?
Because the box will cost you that much every month?
That's what the TV cost.
Dude, if you're lucky, those are 8K TVs a lot of times.
Some nice TVs at Walmart for...
Whoa, you're breaking up a
Walmart.
little bit. Sounds like
At
you just said
Walmart.
No, Walmart actually doesn't do bad. They've got decent electronics there. I mean, I don't know. They're really probably not that discernible from the stuff that you find at your high-end Star Power or Magnolia. I mean,
do you think there's a big difference between what we're getting now and 4K?
Content? What?
No, like quality-wise. I mean, really, is the normal person going to see a difference?
Well, no, it's not about the normal person, probably. It's more about the normal setup. So if your setup is 32-inch television, probably not a good investment to slap a $50 a month cable box in that bad boy. But if you've got a home theater room upstairs and you've got a 100-inch screen, okay.
I got a standard 55-inch.
In there, and yeah, I mean,
I think
unless
my
you're just
1080
sitting right
looks
on top.
fine.
Now, I've always told people if you're a computer guy, you get a 4K screen for your computer monitor. I know actually several nerds that have like 32-inch screens on their desktop, and that's how. I mean, they do it for gaming. But if you're a Photoshop guy or something like that, yeah, I mean, you can graphics cards can support that. As far as like you can get 4K, I think Netflix, you can get 4K YouTube content. The cable box stuff is interesting because, theoretically you get a little bit more mainstream stuff that you want to watch in 4K. But yeah, it's going to be I would imagine it's a real subtle change. Now, I was somewhat of an early adopter of HD back when I was in college. I was living with some other guys.
There was a huge change between 480 and 1080.
It was remarkable, yeah. But do you
It
remember
was massive.
Voom?
Yeah.
The satellite provider, they were exclusively HD. It was one of the very first places you could get a lot of HD content. You got like you got like 20 or 30 HD channels and plus all your other things. Whereas your Dish Network and your DirecTV guys, they were offering maybe 2 or 3 HD things that you could add as an add-on. I think it was almost like buying a premium package to get those, and they were, just like your local broadcast or something. It wasn't anything too special. But so living with some guys in college, we went ahead and signed up for Voom. And that was cool because, like I said, you had a lot of HD stuff to choose from, like movie channels and things like that, and even things like the menu, the TV menu was in high definition, so the text wasn't big, blocky 1984 text that was what you would get from your other providers. So I imagine it would be something like that. You'd probably just going with an option like this, you'd find a little bit more worthwhile watching. Still be kind of gimmicky, but I think you'd kind of get accustomed to it. And then little add-ons like the menus being, using the full resolution of your screen if you've plunked down the money.
which is nice.
I mean, I'm never gonna say that. Like my mom, I think she doesn't need this. I really don't think that 4K television is gonna change their life.
She's not
Yeah.
in the chat room.
It was
She's an avid watcher. She'll watch this on demand later.
it's like on
4K.
It's like my parents. They watching TV tape when I went to go visit for Mother's Day and stuff like that. And,
Oh,
uh,
good boy, George.
turn on the TV, the golf channel and stuff like that. They turn on the TV golf channel and they're watching the SD channel, not
Yeah.
the HD channel, the version. I'm like, I grab the remote, go 1005
Right. Oh, what is that?
HD.
Oh, you fixed our screen.
It's just
Thank you,
like,
Jordan.
okay. it's like I think some people don't care if it's HD, SD, 4K,
I mean,
8K.
Honestly, my parents still don't pay for the HD package, which I'm shocked it doesn't come standard with UVerse. But they're AT&T customers, and turns out you have to pay extra for normal
I
resolution.
got that Time Warner cable stuff. Actually, I tried to call and cancel the other day, and they said your social security number's not the same. We can't.
Oh no, I changed that.
So-
That's all I can say.
So after 20 minutes of fighting with them, I'm like, okay, then I'll just quit paying the bill.
Can I hear what social you've got on file? Okay, great. That's not mine. So I guess that guy's going to have a bad credit score. Cool.
So are they gonna like ask you for your social security number so they can dial into your account, your social security access? And
Right?
Doesn't
remotely
really matter
hack
to
it.
me.
Yeah, tell your iPhone story. That was good.
As of 2 days ago, I quit paying Time Warner cable. I don't really care.
Sorry, guys. All right. Well, let's say next to 4K cable television.
Cough drop.
Cough. I don't have a cough button.
Jordan, you're looking at some interesting new apparel for your future shows. Looking forward to see that one ride the exercise ball over there.
That's gonna be pretty interesting. It's something I'm really looking into.
Yeah.
It's like a utility kilt.
A utility kilt.
Oh, Scott, have you ever seen these before?
No.
These are
It's
big in IT nerd land.
Yeah, but I've seen some tech people wear them. I don't know. I think it would just be
My.
a practical joke to wear just to.
Send me the link to that.
Okay.
I'll buy one too.
Just
You
something.
should,
that white shot. We're gonna put this camera on the wide shot. You'll just see it right up.
I am all about that.
hey, laddie.
Where's that sensor tag that we can put on?
There you go. Yeah. Just don't take his lower third out. Do not take out
keep
his
the lower third in. No, it's something interesting. It
I
has
think all three of us need to get
it-
that and do a show with it.
There you go. Well, when we start
LDI.
doing our road events or whatever, yeah.
definitely. That's
We're like,
the
hey, we'd like to
road
come out
apparel.
and cover
Come
your
on, man.
event, do it on the spot
So-
news. Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, then
Oh,
I'll show up,
heck
just free balling some utility kilts. That'd be great.
Uh,
And that's
I'm all over this, man. Let's do it.
Yeah.
yeah, let's do
And
it.
these are, I mean, they're kilts, obviously.
And
but
it-
they've got
it-
like cargo pockets all over them and great
Yes,
little
stuff
utility
stuff to
clamps,
put your
carabiners.
carabiners,
Yeah.
your knives, and your whatever you need.
A
Sea wrenches.
utility kilt.
Utility
So
kilt.
obviously doing a show on one of these would be awesome.
Send me the
Rectum.
link to that. Was that Amazon?
Yeah, it's on Amazon.
If you just Google
Send me-
utility kilt, you'll see them all over the
Yeah,
place.
I
Yeah,
did after he posted the
Oh, yeah.
thing in our private group, and I couldn't find the one that he was.
Oh.
This one, there's some different versions. Like this one's made by like a company called Damn Near Kiltum. Rectum.
I know.
Damn Near Kiltum.
That's pretty good. I was going to say, I think utility kilt's the name brand, but those guys definitely
Yeah.
get style points. That might be worth looking at. That's awesome.
Damn Near Kiltum. So.
Yes. Winning.
Yeah, that's what I had in mind was that little kilt, that utility kilts.
Okay, real quick next.
Pretty-
And we'll do on
Next.
the next one.
Next.
Works for me. Oh, okay. Wait for it. Wait for it.
There you
I don't know. There must be like a delay on the stream. That was totally timed right. I don't know.
Was
and-
Was it? Was it?
go. No, it wasn't.
This is the part of the show where we do our ubiquitous, necessary Apple news. New product that Jordan found for us this week.
Yes,
again,
I've been doing some
our
research.
Intrepid newsman. Jordan
So-
right here.
Apple has decided to come out with this new thing. Supposedly that it will help do kind of like a wireless transmission and video and stuff like that, or audio.
Okay.
It is called iTit.
I see.
So
Now,
basically,
This is similar
It's
to something I was thinking.
breast
the other day. Go ahead.
implants that can store and play music through Bluetooth connection from women's boobs. So This is considered a major social breakthrough because women are always complaining about men staring at their breasts and not listening to them. So now you can say that you're actually listening to them.
Yeah. That's brilliant.
I did.
Thank you for that, Jordan. That was, I think it's an old gag. So you need the rim shot sound effect over on your pad there, dude. Yeah. I love how Scott was watching this first. He's like, I have not heard this.
He's looking at us like, what is
What
this
the
device?
So fascinating from the world of Apple and boobs. So we'll hit next, and let's get into our weekly. How about take a look at the job board before we hit on to our main topic? I like to sing along with my job board.
Oh, shoot.
Oh shoot! Just
Continue on.
carry on. There it is.
Can we edit that out?
Well, see, Scott, like I was saying last week, if you don't say that, they'll never know we had to. Live production, folks. So I'm going to start off. I always start off with Indeed.com, but I feel like they've given me some good results in the past. Indeed, INDEED.com, a popular job listing site on the internet. If you'd like to find out more about the internet, send us an email. A lot of video listings for WFA. This is our local Channel 8 affiliate. I guess a lot of their video people might have been blown away in tornadoes recently. So they're looking for, it looks like photogs and studio cam positions. Studio cam being more of a kind of grunt that does everything, apparently. Trick with this is Dallas is fairly large market here. I think, aren't we like number 5 or something? So
Yeah, we're close up there. We're pretty well up there.
yeah,
Are we
so-
5?
I
I thought we were like 3.
I think we're 3.
Oh, we really higher than
I
that?
think we're 3.
New York, LA, Chicago.
No, New York, LA here.
Really?
Big D.
So anyway, the trick with Gannett and WFAA is you got to have large market experience to be in the running there. Which large market and I don't know, they probably pay pretty
5.
well because it's big time. I mean, yeah. So check them out if you're in the Dallas area and a video jockey. Playbill.com jobs, a little something for the theatrical bunch. The Skirball Performing Arts Center in New York City. They're seeking part-time sound rigging and video techs for several productions they've got going on and planned. Right now it's part-time freelance kind of work and then possibly escalating to full-time with benefits once their summertime hits. Oh, here's the official rundown. We're
number 5.
Yeah,
We're
New York,
number 5.
LA, Chicago, and Philadelphia. Really?
How's Philly?
Really? We can beat
How?
Philadelphia.
How could Philly beat us?
Come on, Dallas. There it is. Mandy.com, an oldie but a goodie, MANDY.com, if you want to check them out for yourself. YouVisit, this is a web outfit in Manhattan. They're seeking immediate ongoing video expert. This is a 360 video company. So, I'm all in on this 360 video stuff. I think this is the future of video
Yeah,
production.
you.
This is going to be bigger than stereo vision, you guys.
Google
they're-
Earth started it all.
Well, these guys do virtual tourism, so if you are in or would like to be in the Manhattan area, imagine yourself as a 360 vision video expert for YouVisit on Mandy.com.
What's it called?
Nothing.
Huh?
Go on.
What?
They're drawing pictures for you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I should take a little aside here. If you're watching us live tonight,
Please.
FrontierTelevision.com, join us in the chat room over
There's lots of neat
there.
stuff in there today.
Yeah, there's all sorts of inappropriate stuff happening. Mod-free internet relay chat. That's our promise to you. ProductionHub.com. The city of Beverly Hills is hiring part-time video assistant for their city cable TV channel. $16 to $24 an hour.
That's not bad, though.
Well, for Beverly Hills,
Yeah, that's not bad.
I guess that might cover your parking.
I mean, that's one step above a janitor, so.
Yeah, that's true. But apparently, Beverly Hills has city cable, which I thought was funny. I guess that's a California thing, the public access television. But in seriousness, I think they
Irving's
cover.
got
Irving
city.
does it.
I thought
Everybody
city has
does,
it.
but I mean, I don't know. Beverly Hills just seems like it'd be too posh for that.
Are you
sort of-
kidding? Those people over at Irving Community, ICT, they think they're the shit.
Oh yeah, I got a city job, man. I work for the government. I don't have to do
I do
anything.
television. That's not television.
Let's wrap up the job board this week
Oh,
before
sorry.
we get too stir crazy here. Offstagejobs.com, another one of Scott's suggestions. Sound Investment. They're an AV production company in Chicago, the number 3 market in the country. They're seeking full-time lighting crew. This is programmers, techs, and electricians. Looks like they're
What?
just staffing up all
Chicago?
in Chi-Town.
Oh, I'm out of here.
All right. Screw this. Just rip off his mic, walk out the door. Thanks for coming, Scott.
Anytime, babe.
And that's all I've got for the job board this week. We hope that you enjoy this segment and tune in for it each week so that you may make sure that you are most efficiently employed in whatever it is you do in Showtech land. Or if you know a Showtech and love them, then pass that stuff along so that we can keep them working strong. Let nobody ever say that you hate the job you're in because you didn't have a better opportunity. Jordan.
What?
And from there, we're going to bust out to our main topic this week. We wanted to talk about. Thank you to Harvin in the chat room last week. He proposed this one. Let's talk about how the costs of production have changed over the years.
Have they?
That is the question I'm posing to you.
To me?
I don't know.
I'm posing that question to you. Has video changed in the past 10 years?
Indisputably, video has changed. If we want to start on that front, I think it's gotten cheaper over the years.
Really?
Yeah, because for two reasons. Obviously, the technology trend continues where smaller, lighter, cheaper. Broadcast cameras typically were $50,000. Now you can get started in this business for under $1,000 and get something that's ready to air on TV. Part of that is because the technology has become so modernized and miniaturized. Part of it also is because we're living in the YouTube era where stuff does not have to be good to be on the air anymore. In fact, the grainier the better, it seems more real. So I would say yes, video production costs have plummeted. I started to see the trend actually in the MTV generation when they started kind of mimicking that raw music video look, filmed on Super 8 in some guy's garage that was edgy, and so all the promos and commercials they had to speak to the Generation Xers and kind of mimic with fast jump cuts and things like that.
The whole Depeche Mode era.
Yes.
Where we went back to 8 and 16 millimeter.
Yeah, and just that kind of grainy and rough cut and, kind of edgy
Even though I'm
look.
not a video guy, I'm a film guy.
Oh.
I love film.
Watch out for Scott film.
I love film.
He was actually wearing a beret and smoking a long cigarette extender before he came in.
Yeah.
Little pencil mustache, but he shaved that off.
So you think it's gotten cheaper? I think it's gotten more expensive for us.
And
I think it varies. Yes, product.
we got the whole gamut here.
So I think products have gone up in price.
Mhm.
Like the newer HD cameras for big studios and stuff that have gone up in price. It kind of it relates a lot that that yes, we compare back to today, like when they're cheaper, but also but businesses were not making that much money back in the day. So
I'm just imagining what you would look like on a camera shot.
what am I hiding behind it?
You're not on it.
No,
This sucks me. Sometimes I talk and I'm not paying attention.
You're usually very good at
Do I have a-
participating in
Did you
directing.
not notice that I actually turned to him?
Well, that's
And
why I
I'm
was kind of
paying
like he
attention.
usually.
Because usually when it switches over like this, I'm on my phone going,
Yeah.
because I can
All
care
right.
less what he says.
Sorry.
But that's
So-
okay. Go on.
Go ahead.
Okay.
So studio gear has gone up.
Studio gear has gone up, but you got to understand this.
So has labor.
This labor has gone up. Everything has gone up in price, but we're also getting more income coming in. It's basically the price of milk. Price of milk was cheaper
Hold
back
on. What
then.
he just said is we have less money coming in because it's cheaper to do. What you're saying is we've got more money coming in.
How's
More
it?
advertisers.
More advertisers, or I think the
More money with
advertisers that are out
advertising.
there are more disparate. There's more places for them to spend their money, so it's harder to get a.
It's competition.
Yeah, I guess. Super Bowl ads prices continue to rise. So
That's where we need split screen.
we can do picture in picture.
Can we?
Yeah, we could
Not
put a
right
little
now.
Jordan box right here.
Yeah, we could have like.
We're gonna get our engineer monkeys on that for you next week, Scott. Don't worry.
We'll have that built in, but not right now
Never
because
been cheaper.
Okay, so we've got one person saying that stuff's cheaper, one person saying it's more expensive.
well.
Technology.
Hold on, here's the thing. I don't think it's more expensive. I think that prices have gone up, but also businesses have that money now to pay for those prices.
So
Yes. You right
We're
there?
losing him.
Oh gosh.
No. So I would.
I was like, I didn't know what to say. I seemed about to cough. I was like, I don't want to cut.
I was
this guy.
actually
I don't
not
wanna go.
coughing at you. I was really coughing.
Okay.
Oh, that sucks.
Sorry.
So like, what do they got? Inflation obviously has caused stuff to go up, but it really feels like if the price of gear is going up for studios and things, isn't that really just supply going down to
If I can't turn my head, I'm not going to wear them.
Okay, that's fine.
No.
I've got Scott taped to the chair here.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
I personally think costs have gone up, but I look at things from a different perspective than you do or he does because I pay insurance, I pay labor, I pay. Labor's gotten out of hand.
So
I'm paying $300 per hand now for
Yeah, but
load in and load out.
you can also get cheap labor, like a certain client that we used to work with, that doesn't know exactly what to do, but they're basically muscles and they can push things around to where you need them. And so you can save money on that right there by doing the cheap labor alternative of, hey, push this case from the truck into the studio or into the ballroom, and then you're set there.
Do you believe in cheap labor?
I believe they exist. I don't know. I have a tough time bringing them
Yes.
in front of the people who pay me to do that because ultimately your labor reflects on you. So that's a dubious thing to just go cheap on labor. And obviously your labor prices are going to increase, but it doesn't feel like they've gone up more than standard inflationary increases. I mean, obviously
I'm $500 a day now.
but isn't that you're saying that's not just
10 years ago,
commensurate
I
with
was
skill?
250.
Commensurate with
So
experience?
it's a raise of inflation of costs to match the market.
So in that regard, I'll agree. I mean, it's
Okay,
indisputable
well, that
things have gotten
still
more
means
expensive.
that it's more expensive to do shows.
Okay, we look at this. Back in the 80s with the SD cameras and stuff like that,
Mhm.
a camera probably cost 35 grand,
Yeah.
like a beta camera, which was expensive back in the day because the dollar, the businesses didn't have millions and millions of dollars of money to spend. So a $35,000 camera was going to be expensive.
Yeah.
Now, if you look today, a $35,000 camera, SD camera, business is like, oh, that's cheap. That's easy to do. But when they look at a $150,000 camera, HD camera that does 4K or 8K, that's expensive.
Okay. I mean, I still think that we're kind of mincing words with a sedan in the '60s cost $3,000, and today it costs $30,000. So yeah, more
A
expensive.
sedan cost $3,000?
Oh yeah, like my
What?
dad's first brand new car was like maybe $1,000. It was crazy. But that's just how the world goes. Your dollar also has more buying power to go along with it, so that's negligible. So yeah, $35,000 camera 10 years ago might be the equivalent of a $100,000 camera now, but that's not really to say that the prices have gone up. If you just negate that and put everything on an even playing field, I think from a point of view of just resources, hardware has gotten cheaper over the time, and then again, production values have, in my opinion, dropped as well. So technologically, it does not take as much to produce that. I can do on my iMac over here what an entire $10 million
edit
news
system.
station couldn't have done in a week.
Yeah.
In turn of the century. We're talking 15 years ago. So cheaper, but the bureaucracy thing that Scott mentioned, that holds up because there's very real insurance concerns. Liability things. I mean, liability insurance. I know that's caused some people to rebuild their business model basically because they couldn't sustain the rental market stuff that you need.
2 years ago, I could do a show at the Dallas Convention Center with $1 million worth of coverage, which usually cost me about $360 a week.
Okay.
Now you can't walk in there for under $2 million of coverage, which essentially costs you about $1,000 a week now.
Right, more than double for double the coverage for just
So-
double the coverage.
So monetarily, I have to charge more for the same show that I was putting up in there.
But it's these
years
administrative
ago.
costs, it's these support costs.
Is it?
I mean,
if
lighting
if-
fixtures, like if you just, maybe
If
I'm
I-
just too engineering looking at this, but I
yeah.
mean, your lighting fixtures, they are not more expensive than they were back in the day, or are they?
Now, me as a businessman, okay, I transfer that cost to my customer, correct?
True.
Do I do this the AW way and put 15% markup on it so that I make money off of that?
I see what you're saying. So
So now,
the cheaper production cost does nothing for you because ultimately you're not charging the client for the gear. You're charging them for the talent,
right.
and the talent and the production portion of it has gone up. Interesting deep talk here, people. So the stigma then, as show producers and production managers, we have to manage is that technology is cheaper now. Why do I have to pay more to do your show, to have you guys come do a show?
Exactly.
Interesting. Yeah, that's a very real conversation that needs to be had in the public square because things in that regard have never been more expensive to do what we do.
And that's, I don't want to bring politics into it, but it is
Go ahead,
politic-based.
Thanks, Obama. Right?
It's not really his fault. We deal with the city of Dallas. We deal with the city of Arlington. We deal with the city of Fort Worth. Texas has tried to keep away from Obama 100%. So I don't really put any of the blame on him. I put it on the
Oh, it's
local
kind of funny. Though. You
bureaucracy.
should just do that standard.
Did you guys see that thing the other day that Obama sent the military into Texas to take it over? So we are now having our U.S. military watched by
Oh,
by reservists.
the Jade Helm thing.
Jade
All right.
Helm something.
It's official. We've got at least one more watcher now.
I'm
NSA just
sorry.
Harvin texted me that the other day, and I was like, "Hey, Google." He was like, "Google Jade Helm," and I was like, "What? Who's Jade Helm?" And I googled it. And I
Is
was
she
just like,
hot?
yeah, it's like, is she hot or something? I don't know. But I googled it and I read it. I'm like, I don't really get this Jade Helm. And then all of a sudden, like news stories, people start posting on Facebook, Jade Helm, Jade Helm. The United States government's doing these training ops stuff in all these southern states like Texas, I think Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, and California.
Well, we'll cover it live if it goes down here in Texas.
Oh, it is. It's already happening.
Well, if we see it.
Our governor flat out said that he's sending the troops. I'm like, what? What?
What training is this for, though?
Well, that
What
really
is this-
did go down
oh,
a.
This is different.
I don't.
story.
Yeah, I'm going down a rabbit hole.
We have time.
before we get our signal snapped.
Greg Abbott is so awesome.
No,
I
I've
love
got
that
a
man.
buddy of mine though. He's got a great point that no matter what political conversation you're having and no matter what company you're in, you can always go, "Thanks, Obama," just like that.
And it
if,
works.
If people are really liberal, they'll be kind of like, haha, that's sarcastic and it's funny. And people are really conservative, they'll be like, haha, that's right. But either way, you'll have a rapport.
It was almost
So-
like okay. It was almost back after I think the first 2 years of. We're really going down that rabbit hole about this, but
Well, we got time to kill, guys.
well, it's just like the first term of
It's real.
Obama's presidency is Bush. I mean, it's not it's I don't know.
Yeah.
Go back
I
to
don't-
y'all. This is stupid. No, it is. It's not that. It's just like I'm not saying this. It's just like what I was about to talk into is really stupid. It was an off topic. It was not really into this production.
It's not
thing.
very show tech. I actually kind of like talking about this stuff, so I'd love to. We can
What?
jump on the air. I've got about 3
Politics?
hours of schedule to fill every day. So if you guys ever want to jump up and talk conspiracy stuff in the middle of the night with us here, on the Lone Star,
Okay.
I'm down like a clown.
But all that adds into increasing costs. Well, not all that. Government.
And not necessarily government. I mean, I don't know why I'm the defender of government on the
I
show.
know.
I don't know what I'd like to play devil's advocate.
You like government?
It's not necessarily the government expenses, although they do definitely play a part when you have things like universal health care and such. But also just issues like the culture we live in where everything gets litigated. Like, I'm going to sue you for this. I'm going to sue you for that. I'm going to sue you. So that's why your insurance costs go up, too.
Okay.
And
I don't care.
I
I
don't-
look
can't
at
really blame Obama for that.
I look at the fact that I can't compete with somebody like PRG,
Ooh.
who can get, and I will say PRG out loud because they suck.
Oh, I thought that was an acronym.
No.
Or something.
PRG.
PRG or
I won't use their whole name. We'll just
Pro-
call them PRGOF.
any of these large, companies, Bandit Lights, Gemini, any of these large
VR.
companies that are able to buy blocks of insurance at a cheaper cost because they've got 15 shows going on at the same time.
Ah.
You know, where they pay $500 a week, I'm paying $1,000 a week.
Yeah, and then you turn around. You at some point the client
Same
has to
insurance.
absorb that. But,
Yeah, and it's ultimately in the past 10 years, all I've seen is the smaller companies are getting pushed out
Oh,
of
yeah.
business
So
by the government because they're requiring more and more stuff that us small guys can't afford.
Yeah, it'd be nice if Texas could step up and give stipends and more grants and things like that for small companies. A lot of people do the bit where their significant other takes charge of the company and then they become a female minority-owned business.
Mhm.
That's a good scam. You can look that up.
Well, that's a great scam unless you're incorporated. If you're incorporated, you have two people. You have to have a board. Now your board can be two people, but to be incorporated in this state, even with a limited liability corporation, it has to be in two people's names.
Sure.
So you could say minority owned all you want. You know, I have a woman on mine. I mean, my wife is part owner of my business, or is half owner of my business. So, does that mean that I could say
Can
that?
you like give her majority share or something? And
I guess you could.
yeah,
I mean,
there's got to be some way to work that angle.
boy, you know, the minute I do that, she'll divorce me and
Take
I'll be
all
sitting-
your
I'll be
fat
seeing her going,
lighting riches with her.
Be like, Jordan, do you need a roommate? Sleep on the couch.
When you have to mix business with pleasure, beware.
will that be like a bunch of the Londoner runs? Going to the Londoner.
Those guys really should sponsor the show at some
Yeah.
point. They're pretty much fueling most of our pre-production planning.
Dun, dun, dun.
Or post.
So, other than my old mantra of don't compete on price, compete on quality, that's about all you can do as a small business guy. Push that boutique, I'm an artist angle, and if you want the best, you can go to the box store companies that can do it cheaper. But if you want something that's going to stand out, well, I'll see if I can fit you into my very busy schedule.
So, going back to the chat room.
He's thinking about
What?
This was asked by Harvin in chat.
Harvin, do I know him? Oh, he's the only guy in chat.
Harvin, he's-
Yes, thank you.
He's
Harvin, go.
the Harvin. A little bit up. He was like,
Sounds familiar.
Too
Scott,
late
were,
now, they have moved on.
Scott, were you in LD 10 years ago?
I've been in LD for I think my last full-time gig that I wasn't in LD on was 2000. So,
Okay.
and that was the Dallas Theater Center. I was the AME. I left there. I've been in LD ever since. LD or an audio or A1.
So, yeah, kind of a short
Slash
discussion
bomb
tonight.
tech.
Don't really have more to add to it.
I'm not a bomb tech. I was a bomb tech in the Navy.
Oh.
That was different. That was different. When I went in the Navy in '92, I left theater because I couldn't take it anymore. And I literally walked into the recruiting
the
office and said,
Navy.
"I will do any job that has nothing to do with wire."
Nice. They made you a bomb tech?
Which is all about wire.
Yeah. You got screwed, buddy. Yeah, this has nothing to do with wires. Like, especially don't cut the blue one.
No, I started out as a hydraulicsman
Okay.
on aircraft, helicopters, and then
So this shop blows. I need to get back into wires.
then I got into a squadron that did mine countermeasures.
Yeah.
And then they were like, "Oh, well, why don't you do this? It'll be for your country." And I was like, "Oh yeah,
America.
yeah, this will be fun."
Let's go blow some stuff up.
America.
America.
So,
Had enough. No more
let's-
bomb technicians. Sorry.
let's move into talking about some future show ideas again. That was a good.
What do you
session
want to
last
talk
time.
about?
Let's talk about what we're going to talk about.
Okay.
Then we'll talk about, and then we'll.
Well, let's talk
cap
about
it with
this.
What we talked about.
I unfortunately just got a job today.
Oh.
and will not be here next week.
Sorry, buddy.
Oh.
Sorry. I have to go light. Jay Hall's dance recital over at the Uptown Theater.
No?
And Jay is a very, 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 very important person in this town.
Treat.
Go light the shit out of him. That's great, man.
Yeah, I'm going to go light the shit out of his kids.
In a white van, no doubt.
So I will not be here next week.
Oh.
It's a bummer.
This could be a good weekend for me to.
Harvin wants to talk about Dre, but I think he missed the opportunity when
Oh,
he was
maybe-
here 2 weeks ago.
We have a Drake
Maybe you
show?
should talk about Drape next
But
Yeah,
week.
maybe
he
we
was here 2 weeks ago, and he was on the show. We didn't talk about
Yeah, but he
Drake.
just kind of sat in the middle and looked like this.
It was great.
Good. I can't wait to see this in chat.
Well, we could have had a Drape-oriented show to talk to him about. We just kind of had a normal show, and he was
Yeah.
there. So
You know
it was fun. Though.
what?
I don't know stuff about stuff. Yeah, maybe we should do that. If Harvin's available, question mark, we can do phoner with you
A
next.
phoner draper.
Phoner.
Good.
A phone drapist
Live
interview.
via phone, live via satellite. We've got Harvin.
Harvin's got a phoner?
Yeah, he saw that I did.
Oh, I'm so
Oh, jokes and jokes. What are some other good topics? Topics. We need topics. Next week we're talking
Gosh.
about changes we've seen in theater, which sort of is
Yeah.
a segue from today, but or not theater, but changes we've seen in production in general.
I think one of the
I
things
don't know.
that I would love to do a show on
Yes.
is the difference in theater production now as compared to 25 or 30 years ago, because everything now seems to be going to this projections and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and
so
the thing
set
that makes
building,
me-
it's all
yeah.
minimalist and lighted.
Gosh.
Yeah, it just to me, I understand that there's a lot of creative in the video side of it, but you're taking a lot of the creative away from the set designer, the lighting designer, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
I have
So
theories on that, but yeah, it would be interesting to talk about. And see
I
how
think that might be a good topic to hit at some
what
point
happens
in
to our
time.
carpenters and
Yeah.
our practical.
You know,
guys.
we talked a few months ago or a few weeks ago, whatever, about video guys losing jobs to robots and stuff like that.
Theater guys, listening
Steve's
to
not the
video
droids
guys,
you've been looking
trying
for.
to find work and alternate.
So,
Excuse me.
and even more so, I think one of the other topics we should really discuss is the fact that touring shows have had to shrink.
Like
To
number of visits, number of stops.
number of trucks, number of lighting instruments, stuff like that. We were just talking about the change in cost in doing productions, but how are people compensating for that? We just saw Newsies.
You can overload your cargo van by 20,000 gross weight.
We just saw Newsies, and I think that was an 8-truck show.
Yeah.
Out of those 8 trucks, I mean, back when I was touring 20 years ago, that show would have been a 14-show truck.
14 truck show. Yeah.
Yeah.
And all those trucks would have been
14
they would have
truck
had holes
show.
in the bottoms, and you had to like use your bare feet to move them. Wilma,
You know,
I make
you make
fun
it awfully hard to do a show.
I'm the derailer. You guys are the talent, the color commentary, and I'm the guy who comes in. What do you guys think about space aliens?
We didn't even go an hour today.
That's what
This
she
was
said.
all your fault.
Well, we're close
No,
to an
I'm
hour.
not done yet. What do you guys think about the potential for doing an ongoing series, maybe 5, 10, something in a row, of just cities we've been? So each show is one city, and
Okay.
talk about cool things to do while you're in that city, if you're in that city. So a little bit of tourism, a little bit of war stories, like why we were in that city in the first place to begin with.
Harvard also suggested.
Apparently, they were pumping halon gas in the studio tonight. We're both choking to death. Sorry.
Harvard also suggested, how about, is it lucrative to be just a stagehand, have no specialized skills, and still make it in the industry?
I don't know.
Wow.
I've always had awesome
Um,
skills.
Well,
I really don't know. But that would be, I'd love to talk about that because
that would be a good.
it's kind of presumed you always
Good.
get your start that way. But what about just
Yeah.
doing that? What about just being that guy?
Well,
being a
there's some-
seasoned grip, you know?
You know, there's some guys that have been in IATSE for years,
And that's different.
And-
Yeah, if you're a union guy, that's totally doable. I think.
and that's I
That's
mean
why unions exist, really. So you can have those professionals at the lower levels.
that
still sustain
that
them.
really is
Now you
what
got your
IATSE
goddamn
is all
unions.
about. Is the minute that you go IATSE, you know, you're stuck in whatever job you're doing.
I was waiting to hit that drop.
Which
Really? He's had the unions drop.
Now you got your goddamn unions.
I was waiting to hit when I heard unions.
Come
I
on,
was like,
Cap. You know I'm
I
not a union
have
guy.
That drop.
and heads.
I don't have my ears in, so
Oh yeah,
you suck on all
the
that.
drops are much better when you can hear them.
I couldn't turn my head.
That's what she said. Well, it's not going to get any funnier than that. You want to start playing us out over there,
God,
Jordan?
oh my gosh.
So awful. All right, let me write down the other one. Keep the music going. This is nice.
Yeah, keep the music going.
Theoretically, right? You can't hear it.
Let the
stage
music play.
What?
Sorry.
forever. I'm writing down notes on our show
Yeah.
for future episodes.
Branson,
So,
Seattle.
like I said, next week we're going to be talking about changes that we've seen in the industry, sans Scott, and possibly with Jordan, possibly with Harvin via phone, if Jordan can make that work and everyone's available for the show. But
Spell much?
as always, we'd like to welcome you to check out past episodes of the Show Tech Show on our YouTube channel. It's TV Lone Star on the YouTube, and you can find the Show Tech Show playlist and catch up on all the goodness we've been doing this season. Kind of get caught up where we are. We made graphics for it, but you know what? Jordan's writing notes, talking to girls. It's fine.
Shut.
You can also connect with us on Twitter. We're at ShowTech Show. We'd love to hear you tweeting at us and send us topics and bad humor. Well, you know we'll use it. And you can always talk to us the old-fashioned way by email. ShowTechShow@FrontierTelevision is our go-to address. And, of course, you can join us each week, Sunday nights at 8 o'clock Central, as we do this thing live right here on the Lone Star Webcast Network. It's FrontierTelevision.com, where all the cool people hang out for live video and chat. And we'd like to thank you once again for joining us for episode 13 on Season Uno.
Manchester City.
Oh, I thought you were trying to call the Enterprise. Cool. Thanks, everybody, for another great show. Try to keep it... stop talking. Good night, everybody.